What's up, Guardians? Sly here, and welcome back to another Sly Nation Destiny 2 video. As always, so glad to have you here with me as we start getting more and more information about the plethora of events coming with Destiny 2. I mean, like, seriously, y'all, we knew going in that there was going to be an impressive amount, but this eclipses anything that I thought was coming. So, bravo, Bungie. You guys have done an incredible job filling this huge open world. Hopefully, all the other destinations will be just as packed. So guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at a handful of public events within the EDZ and how you can set off all the hidden modifiers that cause them to become heroic public events. So public events in Destiny do a couple of things different this time around. First is that you really cannot lose a public event. There will always be some kind of reward for trying, just like getting silver or bronze in Tier 1. Even when heroic is triggered, there will always be loot, but more than likely, not the loot that you were hoping for. Also, events within the open world still start automatically all over the map, and you can see this by hovering over the blue icons within your world map. Now, you can either find one that's close to starting and then race over towards it, or you can find another public event elsewhere and start it yourself. There are flags posted in the spot where these events will take place, and if you walk up to them, you can see that it says Rally the Flag. So this does two things. First, it starts the public event even sooner than waiting for it to start automatically. It starts with like a 30-second countdown or something like that. Secondly, it helps you get ready for it by charging up all of your abilities. As you can see here, this Guardian rallies the flag, and then look at his super bar. It goes from empty to full almost instantly. Now, hopefully, this will work the exact same way when the endgame activity known as Flashpoint debuts. Since we can expect hard bosses and VIP enemies all over the place in Flashpoints, being able to find these and grab a quick super will be extraordinarily helpful, especially if you're down to the wire between beating the boss or getting beat by the clock. A well-timed super could make all the difference in the world. Of course, you then have to worry about an event after that, but I'll take extra work over defeat any day of the week. Alright, so let's get to it, guys. Most of this footage comes from the PlayStation Lifestyle channel, which you can find in the link down below. So let's start out with the public event that I think most of us have seen by now, and that's the Cabal extractor close to where Hawthorne is located in Trostland. Now, it's pretty similar to the Fallen Glimmer grab in Destiny 1, except this time Cabal support ships are overhead, and you have to dodge missiles while trying to hold down the circle to defuse the lander. The normal version, pretty easy. Just disable the machine before the allotted time and you're good to go. But now, let's set off the heroic version. So, while you're doing this event, there will be a ship that periodically stops by and blasts off like a few rockets at your face. It's called a Thresher, and you've seen these before within the Inverted Spire Strike. They also have a good bit of health, so it does take a good amount of damage to down it. But that's it, guys. Simply down it. Just down the Thresher and the heroic version will start up. The machine kind of shuts down. You no longer have to stay within the circle, simply defeat the boss within the set amount of time, and you're G to G. One good thing about these events, heroic or otherwise, is that you cannot quote-unquote lose, regardless if you achieve the objective or not. There will be loot waiting for you. But of course, it will be nowhere as good a quality of loot as it would be if you have won. Loot is the driving force behind doing, this game and all the heroic encounters. Now, you can get loot from two different places. First, the boss you have to defeat. It will always drop some kind of legendary engram and gear along with Glimmer. Alright, Guardians, so that's the first one down. Next, let's head to the middle of Trostland and check out the next public event. Now, this one will seem familiar to most of y'all. It's basically the same thing we have in D1, defeat the extraction teams. However, once you get to the end, it starts to change things up. The first few waves are basically the same. Track where the ship is, take care of the crew dropping down, rinse, repeat. But once you get to the third site, this is where you're going to stay and convert it to heroic. Located around the extractor sites are these little mining machines. There will be 3 or 4 of them. Take these out with enough time left, and this changes the event into something different, and of course, at a harder difficulty. Now, since you changed it, you have to guard the extracted Glimmer and keep it safe until it can be readied for transmat. There is like this tiny circle you have to stand in while you're doing this, and it's basically no bigger than a Titan bubble's circumference. The best part is the Ultra Captain that basically comes out of nowhere and stomps you out of the circle like every 3 seconds. This is where it gets tricky. If you let ad control slip up, you won't survive the stomp because you're going to keep getting shots in all directions. But don't worry, you can respawn here indefinitely. It's just a matter of killing the captain and protecting the Glimmer with enough time left. This also drops a bright engram, and of course the Ultra Captain will drop you some goodies as well, including legendary loot. Alright, moving on to our third event. This one is located within the massive Cabal base known as Firebase Hades. It's located on the edge of the EDZ on the far left hand side of the map. It's a massive area, and the event located inside is called Ether Resupply. One great thing about these bosses is that they feel like almost like mini strikes. I mean, they have mechanics, attacks, and everything you would expect from a full-fledged strike boss. It's pretty impressive, actually. Now, this Prime Servitor kind of reminds me of one of the D1 story missions where the Fallen end up rebuilding a Prime Servitor. He can teleport you off the ground and then basically launch you up into the air. Teleport minions, I mean, all kinds of good stuff. It looks to be pretty fun. Good thing about this event is that it's actually pretty easy as well. Just kill the Prime Servitor before the time runs out, and boom, you are G to G. Even finding the secret modifier is relatively easy. Halfway through the battle, you'll see smaller servitors known as transport servitors. They come out staggered, so keep an eye out for them. You'll have to kill them as they appear, and then after you put them all down, it starts up the heroic version, which sadly is the exact same thing as normal, just more health, assumably. So be careful of the smaller servitors, guys, as they tend to hide. That could end up causing you to fail changing it over because they know it took too long to kill them. Alright, y'all, and we saved the best for last. The final public event is something completely new, and it also shows what we can do without being tethered to the 360 and PS3. This event is called Injection Rig. Now, I'm not quite so sure where this takes place, but it looks to be behind the salt mines of the EDZ. So once this is triggered, there are a couple different objectives here. First, you have to take care of these special scions. Once they're taken care of, a boss will end up dropping down. However, the whole time this battle is happening, the machine overheats and throws a protected shield over itself. When it ends up venting the heat, it's vented into the closed off space within the shield, causing anyone stuck inside to burn and lose health fairly rapidly. This is also where it gets tricky, because to activate the heroic event, you have to take out these vents. Thing is that they only open up when the machine is venting the heat, so you have to be inside the shield while it's being vented and while you're on fire losing health to take out these things. So it's a definite team event here, and abilities, I'm assuming abilities will go a very, very long way to being successful. Now, unfortunately, I haven't found anyone who's beat this yet, and this is the only footage that I found. But you pretty much get the point here. After the vents open up and you take all of them out, I'm sure another huge boss will drop down, and then it's the same thing as before. Take out the boss and objective before time runs out. Pretty cool mechanics for a public event though, right? Alright, but that is it, Guardians. Those are the events that I know of so far and how you guys can activate heroic mode within each of them. As soon as we get our hands on D2, I'll have an entire guide up for all of them, so keep an eye out for that. There could be many, many more of them hidden around the world, so let's not forget the fact that there are also 3 other destinations out there as well, just waiting to be cracked open. Things are looking up for us, ladies and gents. September 6th cannot get here fast enough, if you ask me. Anyways, that's it for me, Guardians. As always, thank you all so much for watching and for supporting the channel. If you're new to Sly Nation, welcome my compadre, and hope that you become a long-time citizen here within the nation. Spank the thumbs up only if you enjoyed yourself. Feel free to post your thoughts down below, or if you have any questions, and if you want to help this channel get its ass off the ground, then sharing this video goes a very, very long way in doing just that. It's one of the best things you can do for a YouTuber is to share videos with friends and family by tweeting it to Twitter, posting on Facebook, Reddit, Google, wherever. Could not do this without each and every one of you out there, so thank you all so much for the support. And don't forget, guys, my PC beta code giveaway is concluding this afternoon, which is Friday the 25th. I'll be picking a winner here very soon, so make sure you enter before it's too late. Take care, Guardians, and keep those eyes peeled for more D2 guides, reviews, strategies, and tons more coming in the very near future. But until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll catch you all next time.